I do understand that it is a very rare thing that has unfolded for me over the past couple of years. Obviously with that little thing that happened in the middle that then pushed me into this weird, dangerous moment and stuff, but it has been the pulling back from society and the quietening of the mind and the mouth and a whole variety of healing modalities, but most of all, pulling away from people and society and putting these babies on, connecting with frequencies, solfeggio, and any sounds that we know can help recalibrate our system and to help heal inner child and a variety of different woundings, which we all have, and we find our coping mechanisms and we move forward. I didn't see how everything linked together on this amazing spider web of how everything is interconnected, the interconnectedness of things. And obviously when you start to sort of do psychedelics and open up new portals and realms, which we're very mindful of, and we always work with intention and blah, 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 we can see how every single action has led us up to the moment. And I think I've mentioned that in either a video yesterday or today, I don't know. Past, present, future, time is really weird at the minute. It's merging, converging, splurging, whatever. Really the main point is I've found so much wisdom and knowledge and personal messages, obviously, that I don't share, and gifts and guides and ancestral connections, having spent a lot of time on by myself, some through choice, some through force, some through people getting on my tits, so just hanging about with these all the day, all the time, or being guided to by elders, and being called into nature. You know, the shamaness, whatever words we pick, element of it is really just connection to nature and to higher self and to past selves and guidance over the ages. And we all had the opportunity, and I know a lot of us have done a lot of work and spent more time in solitude and pulled back from certain commitments or assumed commitments in societal, familial, whatever, friends and things, since everything, the shit show started in 2020, like global wise, I don't mean personal for me. So like we were all, told to distance, and whether we chose to do this or not is another matter. I'm a free woman, I live as I choose. So, but for whoever pulled back and full joyed and did not resist the spending time on our own or hear the beauty and the abundance in the silence because there were no cars on the road, in 2020 and 2021. And obviously we didn't want that to happen. That was a breach of our public freedom. But, for those of us who didn't do it, cool, warriors. But for those of us that did, how did we lean into and surrender to solitude? Because the gifts keep growing, and I keep using the number 3, and that's now past 414, because I've just completed a 3-year cycle, and it's very, very, or 3-year karmic cycle as well. There's a lot of things that have been raising their heads, it's a bit of Medusa snake action stuff coming up. So raising their heads, the dragon's heads, for a couple of years now. And I've now, because I've been embodied the elemental fire and earth and air, water, ether, I've been able to combat better these certain things that have continued and needed to be stomped out and put out, basically. So I trust that, yeah, I'll be led. I'm not saying that I'm perfect and things can't crop up and we don't know how we're going to act in the moment, but the intention for me is to continue elevation of me, us. I don't know who I am anymore, really. I'm a collection of energies that want to work in love and for love and from love. And someone said to me recently, well, no one's made of love. No, everyone's got their hang up, but I'd like to think that a lot of us do have our heart chakra activated. Maybe not as many as there could be or should be, or I don't like that word should, but like those who are awakened and have their heart chakra activated right now play pivotal roles in the ascension of humankind and in the healing of Gaia and nature. And I know mine has been activated because I've pulled back and been able to like look at things from a much more private and personal space without someone in your ear roll, giving an opinion about this. And particularly I love it, opinions and advice from people that you wouldn't want to be living their life, or and we've all got different friends and we love them all, but we've all got our own desires of how we rise to the day and how we nourish, and when we be naughty. And when I keep talking about naughty things, most of the time it's kind of like food related and sugar and all that crap anyway. So yeah, I know it's a big time of like big decisions for some people and changing, and I just trust that in all of the chaos and the considerations, because some of these decisions are about other people as well and in our lives, is that we can sit with ourselves and sit by ourselves. Now, some might get called to different forms of meditation. Some might want to put headphones on and dance for an hour. Some might want to go to the sea and scream, like we did a beautiful act in Ireland, my ancestral roots place, when I was there. Screaming therapy, screaming in a pillow, punching a pillow. However, we pull back, be in solitude and listen or feel the emotions, whether they're heated or whether they're like weepy, connecting to the elements can help us learn ourselves better in those moments of solitude and can help us to surrender and feel comfortable with the decisions that we're having to make right now. There's big cycles closing out for everyone, lots of new ones beginning. I don't believe we've been here in the history of, like, they keep telling me like we've not been here in the history of our lifetimes, but it has happened before on the earth. So if we do allow ourselves to be guided by a higher self or intergalactics or whoever, or giants, whoever we hear, whether they're versions of ourselves or not, like I've got clear instructions from things that are not Victoria, then if we listen to nature and we listen to that higher guidance, we're following patterns that are repeating in a maybe geographical, geological, biological way, like nature-wise. I don't mean because civilizations before, AI and all, and iPhones and all, has been before many moons ago. None of this is new technology, So the ancient worlds, the ancient people are speaking right now, and so surrendering to higher self, surrendering to any guidance will allow us to flow into the energies that we're guided. Nature doesn't want to do us harm unless we've done certain things to kids, animals and women or whatever, and men, anyone. But evil, malice stuff will those people will get their karma in whatever way that is, whether it's just watching and observing someone else get their dream life. Karma gets served up in a whole host of ways according to you and your demons. We've all got different energies inside of us. So there's a lot coming through, without going on 50 million tangents today, is that allow previous civilizations or any of our guides or anyone that we connect with to guide us, because they know how to flow through this energy of rapid, huge change, energetic change, seismic change. So I don't know, read up on nature, read up on shamanism, read up on guides into galactics. Like, go where, if you get a word, if the Roman Empire, boom, one day Venus or something comes into your head one day, maybe have a read about it. Maybe someone's trying to tell you something. 10:30.